Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... I could have actually streamed this, but we decided on pre-recording because the connection here is flimsy. I haven't even attempted to do so. People have, that's why people are already in there. That all the guests have already been invited in because we were in the studio waiting for stuff to set up. So I guess I just introduced everyone. Fair enough. So yeah, you see Aidan in the corner over here. There you go. And as tonight's disembodied voices, we have KW and Emily.
Yay! I'm a voice in your head.
Woo! Yeah, well, at least Emily can't eat me again. Listen, that wasn't fun.
That's what you think. I can't eat you, but I can eat what little confidence you have, Aidan. Don't try me.
Oh, no.
Yes!
No!
Jacob, you got the reference. Let's go!
Oh, my goodness. You just unlocked a core memory. Okay. All right. Speaking of unlocking memories, I don't know. Here's a video called Afterthought. Is what I was thinking of that. So.
Do you want to watch the intro with KW here? She loves it.
No, wait, what? No.
I can't. Aidan, you know that it's hard for me to fast forward these, so most likely the answer is yes. The only reason I fast forward Code Lyoko is because that's screen shared for us, and I don't have to, and I can go through with YouTube. Anyways, so you can tell by the eagerness on varying levels from the people here that we are returning once again to the many myths of mrs.dysart. The first episode that has come out in some time since the attempt at a weekly schedule that was unofficial but still happened.
Listen. Work is a lot, and not to mention, then I get stressed and depressed. As also
look, I understand that from the beginning. I have been saying that the main problem that this series had was how quickly you were trying to release all of the episodes. Not to mention it was a brand new app still in beta mode that was that was difficult to navigate. They had to learn the process of, but trying to do so every single week. On top of,
to be fair, this is
had to be super short. The visuals could not go as fast. It couldn't be as polished. There was a lot, and it was all because it was rushed. Which means, in this case, now there's been more time, it's most likely going to end up being more polished. So I'm actually more excited to see it now than I would have been if it was like, once every week. Okay.
I still want to produce at least one per month, ideally two.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, as someone who did that once, I can tell you it depends on like how ambitious you are as to whether or not that will impact the quality of the video
or
how busy you are. But that's at least more manageable. So
although one thing I do need to work on is I think I finalized the next episode in writing, not episode 5, but episode 6. The next episode that hasn't been fully written, I wrote all that up. But I don't. But I do.
Episode that hasn't been fully written. That's been fully written.
Yeah, it has been fully written. It was like episode 6. Episode 6 has been fully written. So Jacob, if you want to take a peek at that at some point and go over that writing,
okay. If we, I was gonna say if we finish this quick enough, then we can probably do that. But I just realized spoilers.
Yeah. But episode 7's like half written. I just want to get some more writing done because
we're going back into the Fallen Angel style of things, which is fine because most of the time with mrs.dysart I've had to write the big bulkiest scene in the entire video. So
you still probably will have to, but well, not in episode 6, but in episode. Well, you already did in episode 6, but in episode there's still some stuff in episode 7. Yes.
Okay. You know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. For now, we'll still celebrate the fact that the episode is out. So, without further ado, on with the review.
Yeah.
Woo! It's warm in here. I just take this off and start dancing.
Oh God! I forgot. I want a retake of this song.
Oh god, that means at least 40 takes on my end trying to re-edit the sound. I tell you what, KW, if you practice the song a little bit more in advance now that you've heard it a bit, I will be happy to do a retake because I can't go through that same process again of like.
No. I am not putting you that pressure or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I would love to do a retake once I get familiarized with the song, actually, know what I'm doing, everything like that. For now, no. But I do like one day. One day.
Ideally, we'll do it when Jacob is actually home and not in another country.
Yes, it said China, Japan.
What?
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 Yes, that's where I am right now. Madrid, China, Japan.
Wow, such a country.
Get that reference.
I remember it. I forgot what video it's from, but I know we've.
Also, okay, so pause here. So in this title sequence, I never had a chance to add the third version to voice Mrs. Dysart. I'm probably gonna be having redeemed to Mrs. Dysart shot based off the amount of names I'm gonna put in. But
you might have to just like redo this particular portion because she's not either of them at this point. KW nor Camilla are voicing Mrs. Dysart anymore.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, well, technically the person in this episode is still classified as backup, which I do need to run auditions for Mrs. Dysart again, but I'm gonna start crying.
I think at this point Mrs. Dysart has beaten Geneva's record for the most recast character in Gacha.
Listen, okay, it's been rough. It's rough when you need her a lot, okay?
Like those special awards for like artists of the like year or whatever because they made such an
the Jacobs,
Mrs. Dysart gets a special award for the Jacobs.
Yeah. In case anyone was wondering, people want to do like a Razzies version of the Jacobs where it's like the worst of stuff. I still want to do that at some point, just haven't have the time.
But what would they be called? Because if you call them the Jacobs, that'd be confusing.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
Aidans.
Wow.
I mean, actually, you know what, Aidan? If you want to host the Razzies, I guess we can do the we can do the Razzies on your channel and the Oscars on mine.
Yes.
You know what? Sure, but if we do that, I'm gonna let you take the lead because I don't know how to host it. I don't know how to do the Razzies. I'm gonna host. I'm gonna do an announcement. I don't know how to do the Razzies or an award show. I don't even know how you did it properly.
Well, I mean, arguably I didn't do it properly, but
you have the Jacobs are the best, and then you have the Butters are the worst.
The Butter.
I was thinking that my other option was going to be the Esau's because of Esau and Jacob, but yeah, because like
I think the Butters.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's what I was considering, calling like the Oscar equivalent one, because that still sounds positive if you don't know the implication behind it. I don't know. You know what? We'll work that out, much like this visual here. Yeah, and Mrs. Dysart's re-audition.
Together, new perspective. It takes a great collective. Why am I so quiet? I know what they will say.
I don't know. I told you to project.
I did project. It was funny. No one was in the house. I hope I don't have that tearful. You and I together, we be that far? I'll get that. Come on.
See, I'm still in this.
Woo! Together we be mythical. I don't know why I went so deep on the mythical.
Were those chairs green screen? Because it looks like they were like the blue from before was there. That used to happen. That used to happen with Zach's jackets. It's the same like hue as the regular gacha chairs usually.
I don't know. I mean, maybe just picked a different color for them. Who knows?
Yeah, this is what I mean in terms of like how this might not be like as hugely polished. I would suggest like doing like panning shots so you could see like the rubbish from a bit more close up, or a little bit more of the movement of the camera rather than just like still shot, still shot, still shot. It's still good to like cut to different areas at the very least, but yeah. I do remember
I think I did want to do angles initially, but in post. But when it came to post, I ended up forgetting that I wanted to do angles initially.
I see. I'd argue that all angles are done in post, but yeah, okay.
Well, angles for this particular. I did angles for everything else.
You have the sound effects.
Alright.
And that's Nova, the backup for Mrs.dysart. So,
I thought that was me for a second there because it sounded a little bit close. Like,
no.
I was like,
No.
wait a minute. I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, this is I guess this comes full circle in a way because Mrs. Dysart and Morwenna started off being voiced by the same person, and now here they are again for one day only.
Yeah, just tired. The school was such a mess.
Oh, Bud!
Yes.
Wanting a bit of an accent or something? Yeah, just tired. The school is such a mess.
That Bud sounds so tired too, but you know what?
Yeah, well, listen. Janitor over here has been working hard, okay? Mr. Dubois.
Star, why are you talking like that? Because, Jana, today is an important day in history.
Hey.
What? Sorry. I need a Diet Poopsie.
Oh, nice reference. Emily says, oh, hold on, never mind. I thought I was supposed to read that out loud, never mind.
Anything I can do to
If I
help?
wanted it out loud, I would say it, sir.
But sometimes you have to go mute, and you just start typing in private chat. I thought this was one of those times, but I was wrong.
Diet Poopsie.
Definitely not mute.
But seriously, don't worry about it. I'm just an afterthought.
Woo! Come on. Look, I haven't heard their voice in a long while, okay?
It's like when you applaud the guest star in like a sitcom. As soon as they appear on the camera, like everyone starts roaring in the camera audience.
Woo! Yeah! Woo! I know Taylor Swift! Yeah!
Don't anger the Swifties, so eat our heads, okay?
It's four-time Jacob winner Bonnie the Bunny.
Yeah!
Kowalski.
I work for him.
Now what?
Still haven't worked out what last session was about.
Yeah, lots about adjectives and that dude Nicholas?
Narcissist.
Nicholas?
As in narcissism. Ever heard that term before?
Other than that class, no.
I find
We did in fact reference that in Fallen Angels as well.
that very hard to believe.
Okay. I feel you're like insulting me right now, so like
I feel like you're insulting me right now.
I don't know why I said 2 likes. That was not in the script. There was only 1.
Look, this is the kind of ad.
No, I like it though, because listen, Evelyn, I like it when Evelyn does that. You should do it more in your voice recordings, actually.
This is the kind of ad that
You know, I didn't even know what we were talking about. Seriously.
I mean, try to overdo it, but
yeah, don't overdo it. But doing it I don't know what you're talking about every once in a while is really nice.
You wish
You guys are such buzzkills. Get a life.
Exactly.
It's like Starfire saying the. You have there's like a middle ground where it works.
I swear.
Or Judy's saying neutral.
She'll never get it. This is why we broke up.
I guess. Wait, what did you call me?
excuse me. I forgot with you.
Wait, you're
I don't know why that got me, but it did.
although you may want to rewind a bit if possible, because listen, you're gonna miss part of Evan's line.
Well, we did hear it. I just guess, yeah, I guess it was kind of quiet, which is probably my fault because on my end it was kind of
Wait,
quiet.
what did you call me?
No, not that part. Further back, further back, further back.
Now what?
Still haven't worked out what last session was about.
Yeah, lots about adjectives.
I
and that
rewound
do
too far, but okay, we'll just go from here.
Narcissus as in narcissism. Ever heard that term before?
Other than
Some?
that class, no.
I find that very hard to believe.
Okay, I feel you're like insulting me right now, so like, stop it.
I swear to...
Give up, Zozo. She'll never get it. This is why we broke up.
I guess. Wait, what did you call me?
There we go. There we go. Yeah. So now we have all of the context.
Excuse you. I broke up with you because you kept staring at Brenda.
Oh, you mean Beauty Bee?
Stop calling her that. Gosh, you're impossible.
I could have still been your impossible.
That doesn't even make sense. Wait, it doesn't, right?
Nope.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You're the lost.
I forgot how much fun writing this scene was.
Yeah, no, this scene in the episode is really fun for me. It's like, dang.
Yeah, this the kind of stuff that I miss, like doing in Mutant Girl was just like banter's interaction between everyone. Except it's even better here because it's like they don't actually get along, so it just goes like over everyone's heads in various different ways.
What just happened?
Good question.
Good afternoon, class. Today, I'm not going to go over any specific myths.
Really? Today's finally the day we get a full English lesson.
Question:
Because
How is the
it-
audio filter on Phantom's voice there for his head thing?
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's all right. Could have used like a little bit more pronunciation,
Yeah.
I think, but
Yeah. Because
Oh, yeah.
like my concern when I was doing that was I didn't want to overdo it where it's like what is he saying, but I also didn't want to underdo it where it's like you can't even hear the filter. Like I wanted to add enough filter where you know there's a filter there and you hear a bit of it, but not enough where it makes the voice inaudible.
Also, did we accidentally like typecast Phantom as character?
I know, right? I was thinking about editing a
Dysart,
scene. He said, honestly, put Julius in this scene, have Julius in Todd's place, and then same thing.
I think I forgot the Phantom voiced Todd when we did this scene. It's like, oh, there's always got to be like that one character, you know, that one student in the class who actually wants to do the things properly and is actually very academic and, you know, doesn't vibe so much with eccentricity Mrs. Dysart. And turns out was the same person voicing both of them.
The figure I want to talk about didn't have any.
You know something? Phantom once told me that like being cast for stuff in the Butterverse was a breath of fresh air for him because in Casting Call Club, where he used to do all of his auditions, he only ever like got like the same like type of roles anyway. Which were like I think it was like male to female transformation gachas or something, which I've never seen once in my life. But
Wait, what?
Oh god.
That sounds. Huh? Wait, how? What? Wait, like what is it, like a gender bent potion thing, where it's like you have
essentially, but the way he described it seemed like he was told to describe like the process as it was like happening in real time.
Oh my god! What is happening? I'm growing boobs. Oh my
Essentially,
god!
yes.
Oh my god!
So yeah,
Oh,
compared to that, anything's a breath of fresh air. So
honestly,
I can
that sounds
understand
that sounds kind of horrifying to like have to like make say lines for a transformation like that. It's like, oh my god, what's happening to my body? Why is my face shape feeling different? What's happening?
Yeah, pretty much.
My hair is growing. Just like no.
I wonder if he was forced to like do like a high voice as well halfway through that.
It's just like, oh my god, what happened to me? my beautiful voice.
Oh my god.
Hi, my name is Cassandra Sinisnopia or something.
What?
I don't
Cassandra Casnopia. Yeah, sure.
Listen, I don't know. God.
Okay. Oh yeah. So
Cassandra. Wait, where do I heard that name before?
Oh no, it's
Tangled,
like a
the
series.
animated series.
It's like a Dragon Ball fusion where the name is always the
Wait.
first thing they decide.
Wasn't some like French person one time joined like some maestro thing or whatever, and it turns out to be like Lucinda's cousin or whatever?
I don't ever remember Lucinda having a French cousin. Although Cassandra, I guess, would make sense as a name because it is like a name that I've seen associated with witches and fortune telling because of Cassandra from the Trojan royal family. But that's a story for another day, probably.
Stories.
And there it is.
Epimetheus was instead mentioned several times across other people's stories. In fact, I mentioned him to you already when we went over Gaia's request to all her children to take out her father. Anyone remember that?
For the record, that was not in one of the previous episodes. We didn't actually cover that. It's just like that was one of their... Yeah, so it's like establishing that there's more lessons that we don't actually see.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. There were a lot of names to go through. It was
There really
when I
were.
mentioned Lepidus and how his life...
Oh god. Oh no.
What? Did I miss
What?
something?
No, but Nova did.
Oh.
So I was like, who on earth is Lepidus for a second there? Then I realized that's Iapetus. Iapetus, one of the 12 titans. It's a capital I, not a lowercase l.
Oh.
This is why punctuation is important.
You wrote that scene. You because I don't know anything about these Greek myths, so you wrote that. You forgot.
Well, I forgot what to specify that names have capital letters.
Yes.
That's common knowledge.
No.
Okay.
What do you mean no?
Yes.
What do you mean no?
I do know that sometimes I get requests to say certain characters, like I'll get people saying like, oh, how do you say this name here or this name here, and then I'll like send a recordings, like I'll be like epimetheus or something like that. I'll do like the I'll do like Google Translate where I just like put one in, which is to hear what it sounds like.
Okay, whenever I have Nova do like these big class scenes, I will do that. Or try
I mean,
to.
that's fine. Normally I get the request, like, you know, say if the actors themselves think they're struggling with a specific line, then you like send me the list.
Listen,
I vaguely recall Iapetus being on that one, but maybe not. Maybe that was something else.
And plus, keep in mind, part of this also is the fact that I waited so long to get some like the mrs.dysart lines because they really had to recast. And I waited so long just to make a new episode of this, so it's like, you know what? I'm sure there's some things that are slightly mispronounced here. Well, you know, I'm not in the mood to wait like 2 weeks before I can work more on this. Listen.
Yeah, with Nova can either be like super fast or super slow depending on the time of year and, you know, whatever's going on with his life and such.
Yeah, so it's like I don't really feel like doing that right, you know. So like, yeah, it's fine. I don't mind, even though it's a little bit, you know. So,
Yeah, I guess because you're the one editing this, you wouldn't have known at the time. I guess that's the newest folly of this series, is the fact that because it's like you know, so, like, you know, reliant on, you know, having like that background Greek mythology knowledge. I need to get you Mythos for your birthday or something, like the Stephen Fry book. That started it all for me.
Stephen Fry, okay.
Gaia out.
Yeah. Oh, you know what, Kidab? You should probably check that one out as well. That's what like kickstarted my proper obsession with Greek mythology. That was also went alongside me being in a play of Greek myths, which then bled into the idea for when Mutant Girl was in development, which is why mrs.dysart has this obsession. So yeah.
One mother to another.
Oh yeah. She was mad that Aya could
ask such thing from her own son?
Oh yeah. Did I have a line here?
Listen, I should have shortened that pause. I just never got around to shortening it. So I was like, oh yeah, she was mad that Gaia could ask such thing for her son.
Yeah. Also, that sounds like it was like it was.
I think
spliced together. Like
I think Ash struggled with Gaia. It's like no, I didn't slice it together. It's like Gaia, just like I think that's what it is. It's Gaia.
Okay.
You know, struggled
you know
reading
what?
the Gaia
You know
line.
what? At some point, I will just do a glossary.
Yeah, do a glossary.
That's probably going to be easier than
the Jacob Butter glossary of terminology and names.
Okay.
Mostly names.
Poor Jacob.
All right.
Togeya kissed her and her children. Exactly right, Tari. And do you remember who those children were? Well, I'm going to guess. Epimetheus?
Epimetheus, yes.
Yes. But others were Atlas and Prometheus. And Gaia's curse certainly came true for them. What happened to Prometheus?
I feel like Nova's definitely concentrating more on the teacher aspect, mrs.dysart, rather than the crazy eccentricity.
I mean, I prefer, either way, as long as she's understandable,
Yeah. I mean, I think probably the crazy eccentricity, like from an actor perspective, is better to focus on most likely because the writing already has the teacher aspect lean to it a little bit more because the way I've written mrs.dysart over the years has never been with the voice in mind. That just sort of happens.
Oh, also, by the way, if you go back to Mrs. Dysart's design, she's got her blush black, Jacob. For natural blush,
I'll put that.
Even though I made it more of a subtle blush, it's slightly more subtle. Like I turned down the opacity on the blush a little bit.
Okay. That is an option now, so be it.
I'm confused.
Stop! We sound insane. Stop.
What? Jacob, I'm confused.
I don't know. They seem to start bursting and laughing, mentioning like natural blush. So
I saw her character, and she just went damn. She looks hot.
Oh, okay. So okay, that happened behind the scenes. Right.
Okay.
More music got characters people simp for great.
Zeus chained him to a rock where a vulture ate his liver every day after he gave us fire. Oh, and also Atlas held up the sky.
Still does. According to the ancient Greeks, anyway. His curse did not come until far after the Titan Marquis, since he and Prometheus sided with the gods.
Did you say Titan Marquis? I need to stop asking this.
Mean, the Titan. Oh, God, I suddenly said misspelled. We're gonna say Titan. Oh God.
Titanomachy.
Titanomachy, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, it's all okay. To be fair, it's a lot of syllables. Titanomachy. Titanomachy. It's a lot of syllables.
Why does it sound like you're just trying to say a name from an anime show?
Nah, it was an event. It's the name of the event. It's like Ragnarok.
Have you seen that new anime, Boku no Titanomachy?
Yes, the one about mythic stuff. Yeah, where the teacher is a warrior who is also a goddess in disguise.
Yeah, that honestly sounds about right. That honestly sounds like an anime that could exist.
It wasn't until after Prometheus gave us fire that the favorite of those in power turned against him once more.
Like, what did they do to him?
They threw him a wedding.
Huh?
You said
Yeah, that was supposed to be that Okay.
the wedding.
Okay, that was a reference to Avatar: The Last Airbender when they in the episode The King of Omashu when they beat the King of Omashu, you know, he goes up to them and he says, throw them a feast.
And they're like, what?
That was the idea. So like they threw him a wedding.
I should have gone with that reference. Oh my god! Like, I should have known.
Avatar recently.
Since I am such a hardcore
Fun fact. I actually been rewatching some older Avatar episodes. I haven't re-binged the whole series in chronological order. I just been going back to random episodes and just being like, yes.
I mean, less than 5 days. The live action Avatar: The Last Airbender is coming.
And we're back. I don't know if I cut out that part from the video. In case I did, there was a long tirade about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
We were just talking about
adaptation.
Please help me. I'm scared.
So I decided, So I may have decided to cut that out. If I did, then it was fine. If I didn't, then I'm talking to no one right now. Okay, let's go.
Okay, the first woman. Look at the first woman.
Oh yeah, she's so pretty.
While Prometheus was away, they arranged a wedding between Epimetheus and his new bride.
Who was the bride?
Remember when we covered Pandora's jar?
Oh.
So, you can imagine that after that whole thing happened, and also after King Lycacon tricked the gods into almost...
Lycacon? There wasn't even an extra C there. How did that even happen?
Eating his son. We'll cover that story in a week or two. All but one couple born from each of the Titan brothers survive and repopulate humanity with Gaia's help.
So she's on their side again?
Where humanity is concerned, Gaia is usually on the side, the god side. Well, that's another matter.
What?
I don't remember what the actual line was. I have no idea.
Words are a compound of foresight and impulse of all gifts and of the earth.
It sounds like mrs.dysart got a question and then just started panicking as soon as the floor was open to someone else.
I mean, in that case, she was like, sort of in guys, he's sort of kind of.
And thank you for coming to my highly rehearsed, highly theatrical TED Talk. I will now open the floor. You see.
Listen, that was in the script, man. You wrote that line. That was actually a part of the script.
You know what? I'll check because again I couldn't actually hear properly what it was supposed to be, so. I just looked up the many myths that go for the main myths of the Boston Tea Party. That's
yes.
I'm not going to dive into that one right now.
Yes. Let's talk about the Boston Tea Party with the British man here.
Now the question is, which tea did he use the most?
I'm sure that was of the utmost concern at the time.
Yeah. And
what brand of tea do you use? This is very important.
We care very much about this.
Just in general, or for the Boston Tea Party?
No, both.
Oh my god, what was that meme where there was a Twitter feed that happened talking about the teification process or whatever, and he argued about how to make the best tea or whatever?
Oh, I'm sure that's a thing. There was a whole monologue that Muriel Donnelly, played by Maggie Smith, had at one point in the second best exotic Marigold Hotel.
It takes less than a minute. Bessie, is your stove powered by the sun? What does it take you? 7 minutes.
That sounds like a comment that I would make about something.
None of you own a freaking kettle.
Okay, I found the line. So, so the actual line is, where humanity is concerned, Gaia is usually on our side. The god side, well, that's another matter. But that makes us who we are. A compound of foresight and impulse, of all gifts and of the earth. And that was meant to be like, that was mrs.dysart's like finisher. It wasn't necessarily she was like panicking the whole time.
I was confused. Listen, I was kind of confused by mine. I was like, you know what, this.
Guess I have to have you check my lines after I finish them, as well as me checking yours for your scripts.
Haha. Anyways, yes.
I'm losing brain cells.
Wait, so like, what happened to epimetheus?
Yes, someone said it. Well, it seems like everyone just forgot about him, even after he was punished for this.
That's a sentence.
Epimetheus. I can't even. No, I was saying it like Emily did. Epimetheus.
Epimetheus. I say it wrong. I was laughing at KW. I wasn't really listening.
Yes, you said epimetheus instead of epimetheus.
At this point, this is just a unified Butterverse experience. Everyone seems to have gone through that with some of my lines.
Yeah.
Aidan went through that with like Diogenes and Morwenna and
Morgana. Oh wait, what did I say?
You said Morwella.
Morwella. There it was. How did I mispronounce Morwella?
We love when
I mean, that's not bad name.
lesson that Aidan gave me that one time, but I can't pronounce a name.
It seems like that. It's like the time you talked about how you were like the top science student, and you said that tables had cells. Anyway,
the consequences of the fire misplaced on him when he was born. All of this seemed to come to nothing, unless, well, this is all subjective. But if you ask me, that was the curse. Being forgotten. Prometheus forgot about him while he was away, teaching humans how to work with fire. So the gods swooped in and used him as part of their revenge. Then the gods forgot about him during their time preparing their plans. Fate forgot about him after Gaia's curse. And lastly, we forgot.
I feel like this whole speech is mrs.dysart's like social anxiety kicking in for the first time.
Humanity's second champion, who taught us how to thrive in the way we did, and spent his day just looking after us.
It's a little nervous giggle for me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like taught us how to interact with each other.
Yeah. Ooh, what a miss!
On a related note, I wonder what our beloved janitor, Dubois, is going to make of this place.
Okay, to be fair, Dubois it's a French word, so that if any word's going to be mispronounced, it was probably going to be that one. I need a glossary.
You do.
Jacob, you should just like record yourself saying the entire script and make all the cast members listen to their lines.
I think that is what Afmal does. Not necessarily Afmal herself, but she has somebody like read out the lines to sync up with and then sends that audio over to the voice actors. I think that's why that video that got leaked had Kenma's lines removed or something. That whole
Well, I mean, I
debate.
think they're auditioning for Kenmer, allegedly.
Yeah, so therefore they removed those. They had the person do the placeholder. Even though technically speaking, they could have just had like the actual Ross lines to base on, but maybe they're going a different direction.
And done.
And done.
Amazing.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. The two of them are still sat down. It implies that they didn't actually help out at all.
Who would have thought a myth from like a bazillion years ago would apply to someone so directly?
Are you kidding?
That's referring back to the narcissism thing from earlier, which was a while ago for us, so I'm just contextualizing that for the reviewers.
So
Yes.
insightful.
I know.
Well, time to go. Gigi's waiting for me.
Gigi?
Yeah, Giselle. told me some
Gigi,
chemistry.
do you love me?
No.
Oh my goodness.
So,
You know,
I'm
Gigi's
just-
actually a reference to something I did a long time ago. Jacob
I'm just
remembers it very
imagining. I'm just
well.
imagining Franklin doing like the "In My Feelings" challenge, and just like he has like at lightning speed open up the car door, deploy his wheelchair, plop it down, vault himself over.
No way! What if we did a meme like the Charlie Running meme, and the meme with the Charlie Running that people did, and I just recreate that with Franklin chasing after Gigi? Can't help I'm falling for
Look
you.
at that. I was screenshotting
I
that.
feel like
I'm being clipped, girl.
Just a girl running like help, and you see Franklin just wheeling after her like I'm falling for you. I can't let you go. I
The only problem is that I know that video gets explicit like halfway
Oh no,
through.
no, the meme itself that people like, the meme part people been clipping to recreate for a meme doesn't get, it's just the non-explicit part. It's just the part about running on the street.
Okay,
And
then sure, that can be your first gacha music video in a while then.
No, it wouldn't be a music video. It'd probably just be like a 10, like a maybe like a 20-second, 30-second meme.
Okay, all right then, go for it.
I can't let you go.
We'll fix that in time.
well, have fun.
Helen and Alana be like.
I swear you give.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Helen has a few bits of similar power set to Charlie, so.
Oh my
dear.
god.
August, you find attractive.
Oh, this I'm gonna rewind again for the
Yes.
same reason as rewinding earlier.
Physics.
We'll fix that in time.
Well, have fun with Gigi. I swear you give nicknames to August you find attractive.
What can I say? I'm consistent. Later, myth heads.
What?
Huh?
It's okay. It's okay, So-So. It's
Mhm.
okay.
Ah, you caught on to it.
Yeah.
That was a nice ending. I will say the chairs in that last scene and then the thumbnail look like they're like it had to like by miniature creatures in comparison to Janitor there. Janitor Dubois. He looks like a
Dubois.
giant. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was the episode.
Afterthought. Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Awesome.
really liked this episode in general. When I don't know. It's just a really fun episode to me. You know, you get to lesson.
Oh yeah, it definitely feels less rushed than the other ones. Although I still think maybe we could have done with like a few more visuals of the actual myths themselves, considering there was like much more of a time frame. But I at least appreciate seeing like a few bits of like Epimetheus and Pandora, or the appearance of Pandora herself. You know,
Mhm.
just like a couple of things, just to make the things more visually interesting,
Yeah.
considering that's the main goal. Because yeah, we figured that out with some of the few lessons that we delve into with in Mutant Girl.
Bros, I learned so much throughout the episode without me to know everything about this episode. And Cons, we talked too long on the Avatar tangent.
That's not a con. That's part of the review.
You, not for.
That's not the episode's fault.
Okay. My actual con, some of like the character, like the voice lines, is a little bit quiet. I wish it was a little bit louder.
That's also what you said about the mythical song. Maybe everyone just needs to be turned up a little bit. To be fair, I think I myself was a bit quiet as Franklin, because like that Zozo line, I feel like should have because that needs to land a bit more, because that was again the the foreshadowing for what just happened now, of course.
Yes.
Oh, Zozo.
Although I kind of wish BB elongated her slightly longer. It's like instead of
oh yeah. So
there's a
that's
reference to an anime. I think it was like Dress Up Darling. Right?
It was My Dress Up Darling. There's so again that
no.
requires a little bit of context. So the main character of My Dress Up Darling, Gojo, when he describes things as beautiful, that means like it comes from the heart. He doesn't use that word very like that he doesn't use that word like a lot at all. And so whenever he does, it means that something is like very particularly special. And it truly means it. So, of course, what happens is that he's there with he's there like on the train back from the first convention that he's been to with Kitagawa, and Kitagawa says, how was I today and whatever, and then he actually says, today you were very beautiful, and then it takes like a second as she like internalizes that, and we have like the whole like anime like the like that. That was what it was supposed to be. Is like the moment that it hit her, and then after that was when a lot of the feelings, of course, start at that point. It goes more to the rom-com direction, and yeah, that was the lead-in. So I guess take that information for what you will. People who've watched the reviews and have in the episode. Okay.
But the draw, the building, I don't know. Like, okay, keep in mind, like mrs.dysart as well, a series as a whole tends to build episode slowly but subtly build future plot points in each episode. Like, there's a character who's cameoed a few times throughout the main mrs.dysart who's going to be very relevant for next episode.
Mm-hmm.
But she, she hasn't spoke yet, but like she is going to be relevant, I believe, for next episode. And that's kind of why I did for a janitor plot in this. The janitor cameoed early on mrs.dysart series, and then the whole situation was kind of name dropped in episode 3. So you gotta keep in mind for some of the subtle details in here, where it's like, ooh.
Yeah. The thing whenever you're writing something that with episode lengths that are this short, every scene counts. So yeah, there's always something that is going on. Not necessarily it's building up to something else entirely, although that is a frequent occurrence. Most of the time, it's what the... Okay, didn't know it was that funny, but sure. Okay.
Dang.
They're laughing at something else, probably. There's probably something
something they're probably in DMs.
Yep. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm the one saying those out-of-pocket things.
All right, but at the very least, what might be building up is just more of the character banter or the interactions and how they evolve, because the dynamics of all the students is something that we have definitely thought about, because his life needs to be unraveled and to some extent through the myths as well. So
the development of the kids will continue on.
It's an educational show that has the serialization for it. What if the Magic School Bus had character arcs? What if the Magic School Bus had character arcs? Excuse me while I get my notebook.
Magic School Bus. No, that's gonna be the live action Netflix adaptation of the Magic School Bus.
It is gonna be a horror story this time around.
I guess they kind of would have to, because the young cast be growing up, so they would physically have to like develop the characters more than just I guess that works.
Magic School Bus. My anime show.
My anime show.
Enemy.
Okay.
Your enemy show. Okay.
Anime.
Like, I love it. I hate it. I despise it. Because
speaking of the Magic School Bus, Jacob, I really want to eventually do something. You know what I mean, Jacob.
Jacob,
if you know what I mean.
Honestly, you know what? I would love to now that I've like given myself that idea. But yeah, sure. We'll end the stream for now, because I just got ideas. So thanks everyone for watching. Please either like or dislike.
Your opinion matters. Go check out the original video.
Yes, ultimately, TLDR, waiting helped. Putting this all together for the time helped. There we go. And on that
Hopefully
note,
it doesn't take me another 2 months to make the next episode, though. Listen.
That is also true. Okay.
I don't want to wait 2 months in between episodes. That sounds horrible.
All right. Okay, there we go.
I'm in your shoes.
Buy the memberships. Subscribe.
I don't have membership.
Oh, actually, hold on. This
I'm
is
not
this
taking
is
it.
true.
Talking about you,
Yeah.
Aidan.
So these pre-recorded videos, this will probably come out based on the time right now. It'll probably come out tomorrow. I'll have to like rejig the order a little bit. But I've been putting all of the pre-recorded videos for this month that I'm doing while I'm away available for members before they're scheduled to be published to everyone else. If you want to get those videos early, yes, now is the time when memberships actually serve a purpose. So go ahead and
Guys,
get
I'm
them.
getting
if you
my
want.
money's worth.
Yeah, there you go. See, exactly. Finally.
Get
All right.
the membership. Anyways.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure I put them as cheap as physically possible as well. It's like 1 CS right now. Okay. So yeah, but I guess do that. And on that note, until next time,
Farewell. Caca.